March 2020. Why is this river green? On St. Patrick's Day, the Chicago River turns bright green. Find out how it gets that way. How to turn a river green. Remember, as you read, think about the steps it takes to make the Chicago River green. On St. Patrick's Day, you see a lot of green. People wear green and eat green foods. St. Patrick's Day celebrates the country of Ireland. Green makes people think of Ireland's green countryside. In the city of Chicago, people celebrate St. Patrick's Day in a surprising way. They dye a whole river green. How do they do it? Step 1. Get leprechaun dust. About 8 people work together to dye the river green. They use a powder called leprechaun dust to do it. What is leprechaun dust? That's a secret. The workers won't tell anyone how to make it. Here's one thing we do know. Leprechaun dust is actually orange. So how does it make water green? That's another St. Patrick's Day secret. Step 2. Pour it in. On St. Patrick's Day morning, the workers get on a boat. They travel down the river. They pour out the leprechaun dust. The water turns green when the orange powder touches it. There's one problem with leprechaun dust. It's messy. It gets everywhere. By the end of the day, the workers are covered in orange dye. It's all over their clothes. Their fingernails are orange too. They will stay that way for weeks. Step 3. Mix it up. Now the river is green in the spots where the workers poured the leprechaun dust. But they want the whole river to be green. They need to mix it up. Another boat goes back and forth across the river. It stirs up the water. It disperses the leprechaun dust. That means it spreads the dye throughout the water. After about 45 minutes, the river is bright green. Step 4. Let it fade. Will the river be green forever? No. The color fades after a few days. The workers say the dye doesn't harm the water or the environment. The river will be back to normal soon. The tricky leprechaun dust will have disappeared. We may never know what's in leprechaun dust. We may never know why it makes water turn green. But we know one thing. We'll see it every year on St. Patrick's Day. That's a green river. Let's think about the steps they use to make the river green.